good evening, and or good morning, depending on what part of the world you're in. My name's Jeremy, and I'm joined today by Greg. And before I introduce him, we've got some lovely stuff coming up for you this evening, this afternoon, this morning, depending on what part of the world you're in. It's 3 o'clock here in the morning, and I'm in Italy. So I've got back out of my bed to come and do this hangout, and well, to be honest, I couldn't really sleep. I was so excited. We've got really some ninja stuff to show you. Well, Greg's got some ninja stuff to show you with Facebook. But before we get into that, well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tell you how me and Greg met. He became a Zukul member. He joined for $1. And he sort of stood out for me from the crowd from the minute that I started to see his videos and his posts that he was doing on Facebook. So I reached out to him on Skype. We had a little chat, well, what I'm going to do, Greg, is I'm going to hand it over to you, and if you just tell us a little bit about your background and your marketing experience, that would be fantastic.
Sure, Jeremy. Okay, am I live? Can you hear me okay, Jeremy? Okay, yeah, hi folks. Appreciate everybody coming to the Hangout tonight with all these crazy hours that we're trying to, cover a lot of people from all over the world. But I've been online, oh gosh, probably almost 18 years now. Have worked a lot of different things over the years. I've been full-time from home since 2007. And kind of my strengths are techie stuff. I love tools and automation and websites and blogs and all that kind of stuff. I really enjoy that. And of course, building teams. What I've kind of found over the years is I have a pretty not easy time, but I'm used to sponsoring people, and I can usually do pretty well. But most of the people that I work with just lack a lot of basic skills. You see a lot of people jumping from program to program to program, and a lot of the times I don't think the problem is the business they're in. They just haven't learned the skills they need in order to be successful really with any business. And when I came across Zukul, I just when I saw the Facebook Ninja Pro and the Google Sniper and the modular training, it just really struck a chord with me, because I saw a place that could become my foundation, and really the thing that I would recommend to anybody before they get into a regular business. I mean, Zukul is a business of its own, obviously, but really, I look at it as foundational training for anybody, to learn how to market properly, and then once you master that, you can really, you can pick anything and you'll be successful with it. So that's kind of, I've gotten really excited when I found Zukul. I spoke with Jeremy here a few times, and and I'm stepping out of my comfort zone in some ways. This, believe it or not, is my first hangout tonight, and Jeremy's been kind enough to kind of coach me along and get me through this. But I've always just done videos, for most part, screen capture videos, which I'm very comfortable with. But yeah, so I'm just very excited to be here, very excited to be part of Zukul, and want to bring everything I know and all the skills I have, and be able just to teach as much of that as I can. So that's why I'm here tonight.
Yeah, and I think Greg's being a bit humble there, because I've seen the way that he goes about using Facebook to his full advantage, and he's going to share that with us this evening or this afternoon, and as we go through we're going to do some more hangouts around this subject of Facebook, because I'm fascinated with the way that he actually works with Facebook, and it's been an eye-opener for me. He showed me some stuff, and we've got some real cool stuff. We've set up a special room. We're not going to tell you what that room is, but it's all Greg's doing. And if you're on his team, you're in a good place. Believe me, because he's a leader that leads from the front, and I'm very privileged to have him part of Zukul, You know, there's always good things that happen to people in their lives, and you know, I've met this man, and I'm sure as you get to know him, you're going to see that he's a marketer that you want to take notice of. Okay, now. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to say too much more because otherwise he won't get out of that door that's behind him because his head will get bigger and bigger. But what I want to do is, first off, I'd like to say we're actually viewing the Hangout from the actual Hangout page. We have 8 people, but actually viewing the Hangout on Zukul TV, we have 86 people, you know, so wow. We've got a good attendance this evening. Or this afternoon, or this morning, depending on where you are in the world. And as normally what happens as the Hangouts go on is more and more people come and join us. So if you've just joined us and you're actually watching this on Zukul TV, below the video there's an opt-in box. Now, don't put your details in that box at the moment. If you're not a Zukul member, stay till the end of this Hangout because you're going to pick up some golden nuggets today. And so, you know, hold your fingers ready and don't be clicking that mouse and putting your name and your email address in because we want to keep you on this Hangout. Now, what I want to do, before we go over to the stuff that Greg is going to get into with Facebook, I want to share my screen with you and take you over to Zukul. So I'm just going to share my screen. Bear with me. There we go. So I'm going to minimize this. Now, we've been working over the weekend and into, well, Wednesday we're in now, and we've been working on the Social Sniper, and there's lots and lots of changes that have gone in the Social Sniper. As you can see, I've been doing some test accounts here. Now, there's one of the first things that you'll notice when you come into Social Sniper is that you'll have your messages will have different color backgrounds. You'll either have this white color or you'll have this red color. The red color means that the advertisement's expired and you need to renew it. You've got a duplication button like you had before. But one of the cool things that we've done is that when you click on the pencil here, you can actually now pick all of the networks that you'd like your advertisement to go out to. Now, where before you had to do them individually. So now you can do one advertisement and you can pick them, you know, when you want to go out. And the other thing that you can do now is you can go down the list and you can pick multiple times, okay, that you want the post to go out. Now, one thing we are working on, we're still working on the Social Sniper, so this version 3, it's got a few more functionalities to be added to it. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to go into Social Sniper and you're going to need to reset up your campaigns. Now, you don't necessarily need to rewrite the messages, but what you will need to do is, you see, if I come down here, you see it says NA, so it means that that's not been assigned to a campaign. So what you need to start doing is come up here to the campaign button, click on that, and I'm just going to put in there test 2. You create yourself a campaign and then click OK. Now this one you see here, it's in red, it's expired, and it doesn't have a campaign. So I'd click on the pencil. From this drop down menu at the top here is my campaigns. So I click on test 2. And now I've added this to the new campaign, and then as I come down, what I'll do is I'll pick a date in the future, and then click OK, and then that one there now is, as you can see, test 2 is now live. It's scheduled to go out. Okay, so there's a few things that have happened with the Social Sniper. Go in and play with it. Don't send us any tickets at the moment because we know there's a couple of little things that we need to tweak. But I think that we should be finished by tomorrow, really. Okay, so that'll all be up and running for you. Now, one of the things that we are going to be doing, and with the Facebook Ninja, is, because this will bring me great onto the subject that we're going to be covering tonight, and that's Facebook. You know, because if you're using the Facebook Ninja, I just want to say to you, you know, if you're just posting out ads, and you're not going to use the techniques that Greg's going to show you, you're not going to get the full advantage from the Facebook Ninja, and he'll go into detail and explain that to you what the advantage of. I don't want to take anything away from Greg regards the Facebook, but this hangout tonight is around getting the best out of your Facebook Ninja tool. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to my courses. Now what I do is the course, the next module, I'm going to tell you about that towards the end of the hangout. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over, stop sharing, and then I'm going to hand over to you, Greg. So
okie doke.
lay it on us.
Okay. Let me make sure I got the right screen here. Okay. Do you see Facebook yet there, Jeremy?
No, what I see is I see myself. So you need to minimize.
Are we good now?
Facebook.
You can see Facebook now, Jeremy?
Yep.
Okay, great. Yeah, get these little windows aligned here. Yeah, what Jeremy was explaining about Facebook and the way we post to the groups. Facebook, they have algorithms and they run all kinds of calculations and things, and they really, your post won't really show up. It won't go out to a lot of groups, actually, even though you're sending to them. A lot of those won't be shown. The way Facebook works is you have to have engagement with people in those groups. Meaning, you have to be friends with those people and maybe have some conversation and some interaction and relationship with those people. And the more you do that within those groups, the more your post, your Facebook Ninja Pro post will show up. So the whole idea, and not only just the groups, but you want to build your friend base, because you also want whatever you post on your Facebook profile, you want that to show up in your friends' timelines. So this is basically a method to start building up your friend base on Facebook without getting put in jail. Kind of doing it the right way, so you don't end up in Facebook jail, and building that friend list so that when whether you're posting in the groups, I'm going to show you how to friend those people there, but also that will help you when you post on your own profile, your own wall, or your own timeline. That will help get you a lot of exposure that way as well. So basically what I've got here, and I guess let's go ahead and start. If you go up to your home tab here, we'll go this way. We'll go to the home tab and let that load, and you can see over here on the left, I've joined quite a few groups already. But if you're just starting out and perhaps you don't have a lot of groups, let's say you want to find some groups that are about internet marketing, and I think some of this training is covered in the modules, if I remember correctly, Jeremy.
Yep, that's right. Yep.
Oh, there's Donna's page. Donna's my sponsor. Give her a little coverage there. It pulled, it auto-filled instead of just, there we go. Okay, and then looks like it's pulled up the groups automatically in here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there you go. So you scroll over to the right here and pull down the More tab, and you click on Groups, and then that will open up all of the groups with the term Internet Marketing in them. And you can see I've joined quite a few of those already. And bear with me, folks, on these little chat boxes here. I'll explain that here in a minute. But basically, you want to go down to these groups and join these groups. And once you're in these groups, for example, this one here, you want to go ahead and click on that and get to that group. And obviously, I'm already in that group. But you want to start scrolling down and just looking through some of the people in the group. Typically I'll scroll down until I see something, somebody that I think, like Emma here. She's got a little business that she's promoting. So click on. Let's go ahead and take a look at Emma's profile here real quick. Yeah, and you can see she doesn't have her Facebook set up. There's no posts here, no recent posts, and the way she has her account set up, you can't see anything really. So that's she's not really a good person to try to friend at this point. So it does require a little work. It's not it's not really tough, and depending on the group, the group that you're in. So this is Boris has got some money here. Let's check out Cheryl's profile. She's promoting carrot bars. So just kind of see what's going on with Carol. And the pages are loading a little slow here, folks, because we're in the Hangout. So bear with me here. But just for example's sake, I said I would normally do a little more homework, see what she's in. Let's see if she's she posted 9 hours ago, so she's not posting a lot. So that might not be a good way to judge, is if people are fairly active and they posted very recently, within a couple hours, or within the hour. But what I do when I find somebody, we'll just use Cheryl as an example here. When I find somebody that I'd like to friend, I just simply go up to the message box. Now, keep in mind, you don't want to just click on the add friend button, because that'll get you in trouble in a hurry. If you're adding a lot of friends, using a lot of repetition, Facebook is gonna be alerted to that, and they may ban you, put you in Facebook jail. So we're kind of doing this in sort of a passive way. And what I've got here, I've got a little script. Jeremy, can everybody see that little script I pulled over? Jeremy, you still with me?
Yep, I am. I got my mic mute. Yes, we can see everything. Yep.
Okay. So yeah, this is just a little message I put together. Just hi. Obviously, you want to change the name, and there'll actually be a copy of this where you folks can get a copy of it as well. But it's very, so what I do, I just go in here, paste that in, obviously change over to Cheryl's name. And I was just accepting some new friend requests this morning, saw your photo in the people you may know section, and I thought I'd pay you a visit. I don't know you personally, but we do have a lot of mutual friends in common, and I'm always open to meeting new like-minded, positive people all over the world. Let me know if it's okay to add you. Let's connect soon. Now the twist, a lot of people will send these type of messages and then just leave it at that. But the twist that I add is I like to put a little photo in here. And this is just a photo I had that was in, I think this was an old picture when I was on coming over the Oregon mountains. And I just put a little picture in there that says let's connect, and that helps me stand apart. It's probably not something she's used to seeing, from people sending friend requests, and then just simply send it. And we'll show you what that looks like here. Obviously, it'll come up at the top here. And this, you can see in the window here, Cheryl will get the message and has this little picture with me. Let's connect. And I just go through and do that throughout the day. If you look through, if I scroll down today here, I did most of these early in the morning. I kind of have a routine in the mornings when I get up. I have my coffee, and any of these where you see the little picture on the right here, these are all friend requests that I've sent out. And typically, if the picture's still there, I have not got a response yet. But that's whoop, sorry folks, get back over here. But you can see I've got a few demos of the replies that you get. And you'll see this one, you bet. I'm always looking for positive, like-minded people, from Kevin. And then Shane, very happy to connect with you. And then this one, I switched it up, used a little bit different picture. Absolutely, Greg. I too enjoy meeting new people. And most of these, you can see, we went on to have a little short conversation, just kind of getting to know each other, not promoting your business, not even really talking. Maybe if they ask, you might talk a little bit of business, but it's mostly just getting to know the person. And that's three examples of some that have come in, and Mike's here again. On this particular one, the reason I left this open, when I went to Mike's profile and looked at his profile, I made a mistake for one, which I'll show you. And how I made a mistake, I didn't check. Mike's last post was September 30th, so obviously he's not active at all on Facebook. So that's what you always want to check for. And if I'd looked at that first, I wouldn't even have considered Mike, because obviously he's not active on Facebook. So the chance of me, getting any exposure by being Mike's friend is very, very low. But as Jeremy knows, I have a Harley, and I saw Mike was a Harley rider, and I guess I kind of overlooked his posting time and saw I was a Harley rider. So what I did on his request is I went and got a picture of me in front of my Harley, and I sent that to him. And obviously he didn't reply because he's never on Facebook. But that'll just give you an idea of how you can, you do want to check people's profiles, see what they're doing. And connect with them. Maybe pick a picture that you have saved that more relates to them. So you can use that. But that's just kind of how I do it, folks. I go through these each day, send out about 10 or 20 a day. Obviously you're communicating with people all over the world, so some people might reply right away, and then a lot of times it'll take a while, and throughout the day people will just be popping up throughout the day, and then you just start a little conversation and go ahead and finish up with that particular person. And that's pretty much it. And and like I said, if you do this, 10 or 15 or 20 of these a day, within a month, you're gonna have a sizable friend base and be gaining a lot of exposure. And I can tell you, just from doing this, you'll just start to see a lot of activity, not only on your wall, people chatting with you, but you also whatever you're promoting on your wall, whether it's videos or capture pages, you're going to start to see opt-ins. You're just going to start to see the activity grow. The more active you are and interacting with other people, the more the activity grows, in your Facebook account and whatever you have there. So our posts and everything will, get a lot of exposure. There was something else I was going to cover here, and it has slipped my mind. Oh, what was I gonna go ahead and close these guys out? Yeah, and you can see there's quite a few of these. They tend to stack up if you keep them open. They stack up.
The key point here, Greg, that can you see that actually Greg's not actually putting a link. He's reaching out to people now. He's not getting into deep and meaningful conversations with them, but he's reaching out. He's having a little bit of a conversation. But the object of the game, if you like, is that they're going to start to see your posts because you're engaging with them. They're going to start to see your posts, and with his method of putting that image in, I mean, myself, I try to contact 25 people, new people a day on Facebook, and I go through my friends, and because I get contacted by some people that just say hi to you, and you say hi, and you say hi, and how can I help, and they say hi again, and some people. You just want to get rid of them. They're going to be no use to you whatsoever. So you want to try and treat Facebook as like you would your real friends in the real world. Really, you don't want to be connecting with people that are not on the same wavelength of you, or somebody that just wants to just to send you games and whatnot. Let's face it. Anybody that wants to make a business online, it's called online business because it's a business. Now, if you've got a day job and you commute to the office, when you get into the office, you're not going to be sitting in front of your computer in the office playing games. You're going to be working. And if you work in a factory, when you get to the factory, you're going to be working. You're not going to be sitting there playing games and just passing the time away. The same as if you're driving a bus, flying an aeroplane, driving a taxi, working in a restaurant, or whatever it is you're doing in your day job. It's a job. It's a business that you're part of. Now, if you want to be successful online, you must treat your business online as a business and not just as a pastime to give you something to do in the evenings or a couple of hours a week when you decide to play at being a marketer. You know, if you follow the strategy that you know that Greg's just showed you there, and we've got more to come. You know, this is Greg's first hangout, so he's got to get gelling. He's got to get his juices flowing. Because believe me, when I got him on a one-to-one on Skype, the man don't stop talking. Okay, so he knows his stuff. He knows his stuff around Facebook, and we're going to be going. There's going to be some more. We're going to do some more hangouts about Facebook and really diving into it. And I think that Greg's going to pop up that little bit of that script on his blog. So once you've done that, if you let us have the blog post that you've made up, Greg, then people can get that script that you're using and maybe give them some ideas of how they can get their images, how they actually get that, because you put that image that said "Let's connect," you know. So it'd be great if you could, show us how to do that, because some of the people that are watching that watch our hangouts are complete beginners, you know, and something. I won't say as simple because that's not the right word to use, but something, you know, by just putting an image like "Let's connect" on top of your photograph, some people just don't have a clue where to start. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, we all have to start somewhere. So, you know, if you could put a blog post together, that would be fantastic. And, you know, we'll go into some more depth of that. Now, Facebook Ninja, okay? The point that you know, this little golden nugget that you've got tonight. Now maybe that you haven't realised that this is a golden nugget, but you know the point is on Facebook. If you're just sitting there and you know going in, because Facebook Ninja does all the work for you. Let's face it. Once you've set it up, you could set up 20 ads, and you put it on autopilot, and it goes and gets you all the sending you post. Now, but to get those posts to turn into leads or prospects, you need to be doing what Greg's doing. You know, you need to be interacting with people on Facebook, and I say it on every single hangout, and that is, you know, please don't keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect to get different results. If you're using the Facebook Ninja Pro and you're posting out onto Facebook but you're not getting the sign-ups, then you need to change your strategy, okay? And you know, and there's a change that Greg showed you tonight. So the next time we have a hangout, we'll touch on it again and we'll go into a little bit more depth. Okay. Is there anything else that you'd like to add onto that, Greg? Any more little tips that you could give us? I mean, if I'm new to Facebook, okay, and I've just recently opened myself an account, can I go onto Facebook and friend as many people and message as many people as I like?
Yeah. If you use that method, you won't get in, and you can send as many messages as you want. I think at some point a little message does pop up. Because they're monitoring that, you know, obviously that as well. Facebook monitors everything, and at that point you might want to, but it'll take quite a few messages before that. You'll get a little message that'll make you enter a security code, and if that pops up, you might want to slow down a little bit or maybe call it a day from that. You know, from that aspect. As far as somebody new coming onto Facebook, part of what I've included in our upcoming room, Jeremy, there's some training and things in there on how to set up your Facebook basically for business. You know, how to present it right, how to have your settings set up correctly. You saw some of those pages we went to. You couldn't see anybody's posts or anything. They've got it set up so private that somebody coming to visit their profile can't even see anything, and that's not what we want as marketers. We want to be open. You know, we want basically everybody to be able to see who we are, you know, and see what we're about. So that's also a part of some of the training that's coming up in that room. So, you know, so a new person will know, okay, this is how I need to set up my Facebook account, which you want to do first, obviously, because you want to have that best impression out there, you know, as you start friending other people. But I want to say thanks to everybody for being patient with me tonight. I've got a little bit of case of the nerves. I'm not used to having an audience. I'm used to recording, you know, like tutorials and stuff. So I'm a little nervous, and I don't know, I kind of rattled through that, and I know I missed some stuff, but I'll get better. And I appreciate everybody hanging in there with me tonight, and you too, Jeremy. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I think you did a fantastic job. You know, and you mentioned a couple of times. Then you just mentioned a couple of times, and they're in the room, in the room, in the room. So, just tell us a little bit about what we've got coming up, about this special room that we've set up for the Zukul members, and this is purely for Zukul members. If you're not a Zukul member, if you're you're a $1 trial member, you won't have access to this new Facebook room. So tell us a little bit, give us a taster of what we can expect.
Well, it's a way that we're going to bring the whole Zukul community together and all work together as a team to help everybody, get more exposure on Facebook without giving away too much. It's a place we'll all come to every day, interact with each other. We're all going to get to know each other a lot better, which is great. It's just going to give us all a real sense of community, and at the same time, really boost everybody's exposure and help you with your Facebook. I don't want to say ranking, but just its relevance. It'll help your Facebook relevance as far as your posts staying longer on the walls. There'll be a lot of advantages to really help you out with with Facebook and what you're doing with Facebook. And I'm excited because it's just it really brings everybody together. The whole community comes together. You're interacting with each other daily, and it's a lot of fun. I think everybody will really look forward to getting in there every day with their coffee or their tea or whatever it is, and interacting with everybody, and like I said, we'll all be working together to help each other out.
Yeah, and the thing is here, it's not. I mean, we already have a Zukul Facebook group.
Right.
But
Right.
it's not a Facebook group that's like that. This
No.
Facebook group that we've set up is purely really designed to get you traffic and to get you visitors and to get you prospects. And there's a ninja strategy that Greg's put together, and I know he's laughing, but this is what he's put together is going to take you to the next level on Facebook, okay? And the two things, the Facebook Ninja Pro and this new room, they're going to gel together, and you're going to see that it's going to make a big difference to your posting and how you actually use Facebook as a business tool. It's there as a business tool. There's thousands, millions of people that are on Facebook, and he said, I don't know how true the stats are because I haven't really researched it, but I just had a quick look today that there's on average 250,000 people a day, 250,000 people a day looking towards the internet to make a full-time living. So there's lots and lots of customers there worldwide, and we're going to show you how to leverage Facebook to your full advantage, and how you're going to step yourself above your competition. Just by that little golden nugget that Greg showed us tonight, by putting a simple thing like an image when you send a message, it just puts you above your competition, because everybody else is just sending messages, everybody else is just spamming each other with links. We're going to show you how to use Facebook the correct way, and how to get business from Facebook if you do it the correct way. But if you're going to be one of those couch potatoes and you're not going to get involved, and you're just going to sit there, then it's not going to work for you. But if you're serious about making a business online, then Zukul and what Greg's going to show you as well is it's gonna add those strings to your bow. So eventually you're going to have the full orchestra. That's all I can say. Now, before we close, I'm going to be releasing tomorrow. I've got all the video ready, and I'm going to be releasing the second part of Module 6. And I think I've done myself proud with this second part. I sat down and I've written some material for you that you're all going to be able to import into your, into your autoresponder. I'm not going to say too much, but tomorrow I'm going to release that for you, and I'm going to send you out an email. So keep an eye on your inbox. And the next hangout, we're gonna reveal to you this room that we've set up. That it's Greg's doing. So we're going to reveal that on the next hangout. So I highly recommend that you save a bit of time for the next hangout. And what we'll do is we'll send out an email and let you know. So keep an eye on your inbox. And do you have any closing words that you want to, before I say my last breath?
I am just always blown away by you, Jeremy, and the value that you give with Zukul. I mean, from talking to me, I've seen a lot of systems out there, and there's just, folks, I can tell you, there's nothing that can touch Zukul as far as the tools, the training, the value, extreme value that you have with Zukul. And I mentioned it in one of the videos I created. This isn't a stagnant thing. I mean, Zukul is constantly being tweaked and adjusted and reprogrammed and brought up to speed. Whatever new techniques that are out there, Jeremy and the programming team, they'll get it done. I've never seen that in a company where we have such access to Jeremy, and he listens to what we say, and and listens to your input and makes changes. It's phenomenal. I'm just blown away. Every time I hear his plans and what he's doing with this. So you guys are all in a great spot, and I look forward to talking to all of you a lot more on the Hangouts, and and just really making this a great year for all of us.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic 2015. So what I want to say is tomorrow morning UK time. Okay, so that will be, well, Greg and you guys on that side of the pond are going to be in bed. So when you get up tomorrow morning and you're sitting down with your coffee, you'll be able to go in and see your the modules. And the Brits and this side of the pond, you're going to get it a few hours before, because we always want to stay one step ahead of the Americans. So anyway, all I want to say to you is that, please don't keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect to get different results. Okay, if you want to change your tomorrow, you have to do something different today. If you carry on doing today what you did yesterday, then tomorrow you're only going to have what you've got today. So if you want to make your tomorrow different, do something different today. My name's Jeremy. That's Greg. Thanks very much for joining us on tonight's Hangout, and you're going to see much more of this duo. And keep an eye on your inbox, and we're going to send out the next email to tell you when the next Hangout will be. Okay. Now we're going to do the times different so that we get into different time zones, because I've been used to doing the UK time zones, but we're gonna switch that round. We're gonna do a bit of the UK and a bit of the States. So we're gonna do both sides of the globe. Okay, so I hope you're going to join us. I thank you if you're in the UK and you're up early in the morning. Thanks very much for joining us. And I thank you if you're over the other side of the pond, Australia, Canada, India, Pakistan, wherever it is in the world you are. Thank you very much for joining us on today's Hangout, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care and have a great day, great evening, great morning, and we'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye now.